These treasured belongings were once the possessions of William Perry, a naval surgeon who sailed alongside Captain James Cook on the HMS Endeavour during Cook's first voyage of discovery.
Their mission was to sail to Tahiti and to observe the transit of Venus across the sun.
As the ship journeyed through uncharted waters in the latter half of the 18th century, Perry was charged with the critical role of maintaining the crew's health. He treated a wide range of conditions, from scurvy and dysentery to wounds sustained during the voyage.
Your great-great-great-grandfather was part of one of the first long-distance voyages where scurvy was not a problem. Scurvy was a terrible vitamin deficiency that afflicted sailors at sea.
His work was not only essential to the success of the expedition, but also contributed significantly to the evolving field of naval medicine. One of the most captivating pieces in this collection is a portrait of William Perry, painted by the renowned Chinese artist known as Spoilum. Active in Guangzhou from the year 1785 to the year 1810, Spoilum, whose real name was Guanzuolin, was widely recognized as the earliest known oil painter in Canton.
He was known as the first Chinese artist in Canton to paint European subjects on canvas. This particular painting is on wood.
He mastered Western techniques and produced striking portraits of Chinese and Western merchants, sea captains, and Hong traders. His work bridges cultures, and this particular portrait of Perry reflects both artistic excellence and historical depth. Also included in the collection are two finely crafted pistols made by William Bond, a respected British gunmaker known for producing high-quality firearms in London. Bond's pistols were valued for their precision, durability, and elegant design qualities that made them prized possessions in their time.
The thing that we have here, these great pistols by William Bond, and you can see Bond with his London address is stamped on the tops of the barrels of these pistols. Bond is about as good as you can get for a British pistol maker.
Completing the set is a powder flask that still contains shot and wadding, offering a tangible connection to the daily realities of naval life. Together, these objects form an extraordinary collection, rich in history and provenance. And, at auction, they would command a price of
between $13,000 and $15,000 for an auction estimate for the package here. It's a great story.
Thank you. I'm very glad to know that.
What we have here is an anatomy mannequin that has remained in the possession of our guest for many years. An anatomy mannequin is a life-sized, three-dimensional model of the human body designed to aid in the teaching and training of medical professionals. These models are carefully crafted from materials such as plastic, rubber, or wood, and are built to accurately reflect the structure and proportions of the human form. With detailed representations of internal organs, tissues, and body systems, they provide students with an invaluable hands-on learning experience. They allow students and professionals to practice life-saving procedures such as CPR, intubation, and even surgical techniques. What makes this particular mannequin truly remarkable is its construction. It is printed in tin. Unlike typical mannequins made from synthetic materials, this one was created using a process known as tin printing. This method involves applying designs or illustrations onto tin plate, a type of tin-coated steel using techniques such as etching, engraving, or lithography. Historically, this process has been used for centuries to produce both decorative and functional items, but it is highly unusual to see it applied to an educational tool like this. At auction, such an extraordinary example is expected to fetch a very good price.
I don't think you'd have any problem fetching $800 to $1,200 for it in the right auction.
That's
This painting represents a deeply personal gift, one that the guest received from a close friend who, quite remarkably, is also the artist behind the work.
And Forrest Bess is the artist,
Right.
is that right?
Right.
And you knew him all through the years?
Yes,
or?
way back in the early 50s. And before that, I knew his mom and dad, the whole family.
The painting was created by the renowned American artist Forrest Bess, whose visionary style has left a lasting mark on the world of modern art. Forrest Bess was known for his profoundly unique approach, blending abstraction, mysticism, and symbolism into deeply introspective compositions.
Heavy. He was born in 1911 in Bay City, Texas, and I believe he lived a little bit in Texas and Oklahoma.
What makes his work especially intriguing is that many of his paintings were based on images he claimed to have seen in his dreams.
During the day, he'd take naps, and you'd see him wake up, and he'd write something in the book and go back to sleep. And then he would take that and put it on canvas.
This very piece falls within that realm of dream-inspired creation, making it not just a work of art, but a reflection of the artist's inner world. Bess's paintings frequently explore themes of spirituality and the metaphysical, often delving into the relationship between the human and natural worlds. Through the use of symbolic imagery and abstract motifs, he sought to communicate complex emotions and philosophical ideas. His distinctive style, marked by bold, mysterious forms, evokes a sense of the otherworldly and challenges the viewer to look beyond the surface. Adding to the uniqueness of this piece is its frame, which is crafted from driftwood. This natural and textured material perfectly complements the raw and intuitive energy of Bess's work, reinforcing the connection between art, nature, and spirit. In the bottom right corner of the painting, and at the back, there is an inscription indicating that this artwork was once featured in an exhibition at the Betty Parsons Gallery, a notable institution that supported many groundbreaking artists in the mid-20th century.
We have a Betty Parsons Gallery label and the price of $150. The title here is listed as number 30, whereas in the artist's hand over here on the stretcher, it says untitled.
Right.
With its rare provenance, intimate backstory, and connection to one of America's most enigmatic artists, this painting is expected to fetch an impressive price at auction.
I believe the price would be in the range of $75,000.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Possessing a piece of jewelry that once belonged to a relative can evoke a powerful sense of connection, a tangible link to personal history, love, and legacy. The necklace displayed here carries such a story, having been gifted by the grandfather of our guest to his grandmother sometime in the late 1940s. More than a romantic gesture, it has become a treasured heirloom, passed down through generations. This exquisite necklace, crafted during that same time period, bears the distinguished mark of Tiffany Co., one of America's most iconic jewelry houses. Founded in the year 1837 by Charles Louis Tiffany and John B. Young, Tiffany Co. has built a lasting reputation for elegance, quality, and extraordinary design. The company's creations are celebrated for their timeless beauty and meticulous craftsmanship. This particular necklace is a moonstone and sapphire design attributed to Louis Comfort Tiffany, a visionary artist and designer known for his contribution to American decorative arts.
It is not one of his designs, but it is certainly paying homage to the work that he did.
The necklace features moonstones of irregular size and shape, giving it a natural, organic charm. These stones are beautifully interspersed with delicate, twisted scrolls that enclose tiny sapphires, creating a piece that is both whimsical and refined. Set on 14-karat gold, the necklace radiates warmth and elegance, making it not only a fine example of period jewelry, but also a fascinating work of art in its own right. What adds further appeal is its versatility. The design allows the wearer multiple styling options, making it as practical as it is beautiful.
This is a brooch, and you can detach that from the necklace and wear it as a brooch.
With its romantic origin, exceptional materials, and unmistakable Tiffany craftsmanship, this moonstone and sapphire necklace is expected to command an impressive price of
An estimate of $5,000 to $7,000.
Oh my goodness.
What we see here is not just a collection of memorabilia. It is a carefully preserved NASA archive that reflects the life and legacy of a truly remarkable woman. Pearl Tucker was a pioneering figure in aerospace nursing, remembered for her groundbreaking contributions during a transformative period in space exploration. After graduating from Elmer L. Myers High School, she went on to earn her nursing diploma from Wilkes-Barre General Hospital. Her journey into the field of aerospace medicine began in the year 1963 when she developed an aerospace nursing course for the United States Air Force.
She would come in and train nurses. She usually had 2 nurses at a time that she trained over a 2-year period, and they learned everything.
Her work placed her in close contact with NASA astronauts, including those who flew in the historic Gemini and Apollo programs. As an aerospace nurse, she provided critical medical support, ensuring the physical readiness and post-flight recovery of astronauts undertaking some of the most dangerous missions of the era. One photograph in this collection captures Pearl Tucker inside an amphibious vehicle, offering a vivid glimpse into the scope and the very real risks of the environments she operated in.
The helicopter couldn't get to them fast enough, and so they usually had 2 very strong swimmers on those boats, of which Pearl did not swim.
Her dedication and bravery extended far beyond the clinic, often placing her in high-risk settings alongside astronauts during training and recovery exercises. I also included in this archive is a breakfast menu prepared by Tucker during a training session for Gemini 4.
They came in for training. Pearl decided that they needed a good breakfast. She took her china from home and she put together a nice breakfast and drew them this menu.
This handwritten menu is a rare artifact on its own. But what makes it even more exceptional is that it bears the signatures of Commander James McDivitt and astronaut Edward White. Their signatures on such a personal item add depth and authenticity to the collection. Another photograph features 3 legendary astronauts: Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee, members of the Apollo 1 crew who tragically lost their lives in the launch pad fire of 1967.
And Roger Chaffee, who were with the Apollo 1 disaster.
Right.
It was her job to help get them out of their flight suits after the disaster.
She did, and helped with the autopsies.
Yeah.
This photo, preserved within the archive, stands as a solemn tribute to the dangers of early space exploration and the close relationships Tucker had with the heroes of NASA's golden age. At auction, this extraordinary archive is expected to command a significant price.
At auction would be $20,000 to $30,000.
What we have here is a truly extraordinary collection of documents and letters that once belonged to the guest's father. These materials are all directly connected to one of the most influential science fiction franchises of all time, Star Trek. Star Trek began as a visionary television series created by Gene Roddenberry, a former pilot and police officer turned screenwriter whose unique life experiences shaped the moral of the series. The show follows the starship USS Enterprise and its crew as they journey through space, exploring unknown worlds and confronting complex ethical dilemmas. Included in this remarkable collection is the original pitch for the series, a complete script for the very first episode written in the year 1964, and an authentic letter from Gene Roddenberry himself. The pitch, as it turns out, was initially drafted by a close friend of the guest's father who was invited to contribute scientific ideas that could lend credibility and depth to the developing series.
Program headquarters in New Mexico sent him a letter with the pitch and asked him to take a look at it, and said that he thought that Gene Roddenberry was probably looking for technical advisors.
That original draft was later reviewed and annotated by Roddenberry, who then signed and returned it, making it a rare collaborative artifact from the show's formative stages. Even more remarkable is that this pitch contains a reference to the Drake equation, a scientific formula used to estimate the number of active extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy.
Intelligent life forms might be in the universe based on planets. He didn't actually know the equation at the time, so I love the fact that your father, being a scientist, we have notes here, temporary get correct formula.
Its presence is a subtle yet powerful reminder of Roddenberry's genuine love for science and his desire to ground speculative fiction in real-world possibilities. The accompanying script from 1964 outlines the foundational vision of the show, its characters, settings, and dramatic arcs.
Here, and most people with Star Trek know that that was never aired the way it was. Captain Kirk's original name was Captain April, which wouldn't have made it, I don't think.
Also featured in this collection is a personal letter written by Gene Roddenberry. In it, he discusses the role of science in storytelling and expresses his hopes for the future of the show. The tone is thoughtful and forward-looking, a perfect reflection of the ideals Star Trek came to represent. Together, these documents form a unique archive, one that captures the intersection of imagination, science, and storytelling, at a moment when television was about to enter a bold new era. At auction, the pitch alone could fetch a price of...
It could go for $10,000 to $15,000 on the day.
Oh my stars.
The original script for the first episode will likely command a price of...
Sell in the $200 to $300 range.
And the signed letter from Gene Roddenberry himself is expected to fetch a price of...
A Gene Roddenberry letter might sell in the $100 to $150 range.
This stunning pair of diamond and gold earrings was discovered by the guest at an estate sale and purchased as a heartfelt gift for his daughter.
It was the second day and they were marking everything down, and I saw them and I said, well, I really like them, and I got them for my daughter.
At first glance, their beauty is immediately captivating. But a closer look reveals an even more remarkable story, hidden on the reverse side. Etched discreetly into the back of the earrings is the signature of their maker Romain de Tirtoff, more widely known by his artistic pseudonym Erté.
His initials are RT, which in French is Erté.
Erté.
Born on the 23rd of November 1892 in St. Petersburg, Russia, Erté would go on to become one of the most celebrated artists and designers of the 20th century. Based in France for much of his life, he gained international acclaim for his fashion illustrations, costume designs, and bronze sculptures, all of which reflected the refined elegance of the Art Deco movement. Erté's earring designs are rare and highly collectible, representing his mastery of form, glamour, and modernity. True to his signature style, he often incorporated clean geometric shapes, triangles, circles, and rectangles that added a sleek and sophisticated edge to his jewelry creations. This particular pair is crafted from white gold weighing 14 carats and is adorned with sparkling diamonds that accentuate its delicate design.
They are indeed. And they're a beautiful pair. They're from around the 1940s, very retro in style.
At the center of each earring rests a luminous topaz, adding a touch of color and warmth that contrasts beautifully with the cool brilliance of the diamonds and gold. What makes this piece even more remarkable is the story of its acquisition. Despite its luxurious design and prestigious origins, the earrings were purchased by the guest for a surprisingly modest price, an unexpected treasure hidden in plain sight.
Do you remember what you paid for them at the estate sale?
Yeah, they were asking $300 and I offered $150 and they took it.
Oh, wow.
Today in the auction market, a pair of Erté designed diamond and gold earrings with such craftsmanship, materials, and provenance is expected to command a significant price.
Around $3,000.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, wow. Maybe she won't get them.